Hi everyone, welcome to Maths video class 6 and we are on chapter 5, exercise 5C. We had started in the last session. So we have seen 5C exercise. In that we have completed lesson question number 1 to 4. Now we are on question number 5, evaluate using properties. Okay, so that we are going to see. So you can see here 679 multiplied by 8 plus 679 multiplied by 2. Now first thing in such questions, now this is in distributive property. This is already expansion of distributive property. So you have to find out which one is common in these two terms. This is one term and this is the second term, splitted terms. So 679 multiplied by 8 plus 679 multiplied by 2. So term is always separated by addition, subtraction, not by multiplication. Okay, so we have this and this. So in these two terms, tell me which is common. Common means which is present here also, here also. So obviously you can see 679 is common in both. Okay, so when you get such type of question, find out which is the common number. So 679 is common number. So remove it out, 679 and 679. From here both we have removed 679. So 679 we have written here. Now what is left after removing 679 outside? 8 is left, plus is left and 2 is left. Right? So 8 plus 2. So I'll write 8, this plus and this 2. Okay, so 679 multiplied by 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So 679 multiplied by 10 gives me this. So 679 multiplied by 1, 679 and this 10 will I'll write here. So my final answer is this 6790. Okay. In this also I told you when you get such type of examples, find out which is common in both. So 284 is common. So I'll write 284 outside. Now this multiplication. Now what is left what is left? 12 is left, minus is left and 2 is left, right? So 12 minus 2. So 12 minus 2. Okay. So 12 minus 2 is 10. So 284 multiplied by 10. So if you know directly do it. Otherwise 284 multiplied by 1, 284. And how many zeros are left in both? This 10. So add here. So my answer is 2840. Now next is 55873 multiplied by 94 plus 55873 multiplied by 6. In this you know this is common. 55,873 is common. So written outside. Multiply. What is left? 94. This plus and this 6. So 94 plus 6, 100. So this multiplied by this gives me this. So 55,873 multiplied by 1 gives me 55,873. And how many zeros in both? 1, 2. So I have written 1, 2 here. So my final answer is 55,87,300. Okay. So next two I gave it homework. You can see here. So from first I'll show you so that if you want you can take screenshot. Okay. Now question number 6. You can see question number 6. Find the product of. Product means you have to multiply. Okay. Product means you have to multiply. What you have to multiply? Greatest number of 3 digit. Which is the greatest 3 digit number? The greatest number of 3 digit is 999. And which is the smallest number of 5 digit? 10,000. Right? So greatest 3 digit number 999. Smallest 5 digit number is 10,000. So what you have to do? Find out its product. Product means multiplication. So 999 multiplied by 10,000 will give you the final answer. See the next one, greatest number of 4 digit. Which is greatest 4 digit number? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And greatest number of 3 digits? See, here also greatest, here also greatest. So don't get confused. So greatest number of 4 digit is 9999, 9999. And greatest number of 3 digit is 999. What is asked? Product. So you have to just multiply it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by, solve and get the answer. Okay. So I have solved it. First one I have solved. You can see that. And next one I have given as homework. One more homework is there. Sixth one. So question number 6. Find the product, greatest number of 3 digit and smallest number of 5 digit. So greatest 3 digit number is 999. Smallest 5 digit number is 10,000. Find their product. So I have 999 multiplied by 1, 999. And how many zeros are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 99,90,000. Okay. And second one, I have given homework. In spite I have given homework. In spite of I have given homework, I have told you how to do it. Just multiply these two. Okay. And steps you can see from my notes. Okay. So now we'll see few properties of, now we have, okay, now in question exercise 5C, 7th one we have cancelled and 8th one also we have cancelled. Now we'll directly move on division. Okay, so we have finished addition, subtraction, multiplication, and we are on division. We'll see few properties and we'll solve the sums. So closure property, you can see if x and y are two whole numbers, x and y is not necessarily a whole number. Okay, so it is like subtraction only. See, addition and multiplication properties little bit they will relate, and subtraction and division properties will relate. So x and y are two whole numbers, then x divided by y is not necessarily a whole number. Means 5 and 8 are whole numbers, but 5 divided by 8 is not a whole number. Yes, we will get in decimal. That therefore closure property does not exist for division of whole numbers. See, 5 divided by 8. Why it is not possible? Because what I'll get? I'll get answer in decimals, right? 8 5s are 40, 8 6s are 48. So I'll get this type answer. 8 2s are 16. 8 5s are 40. Okay, so I'll get, what I'll get? I'll get 0.625, which is not a whole number. You know, fraction, decimals are not whole numbers. Negative integers are not whole numbers. So it is not, but if I divide 15 divided by 3, so I know 15 divided by 5, so I'll get 3. 3 is a whole number, but 5 divided by 8 is not coming whole number. Means sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So it is said clearly, it is not necessarily a whole number. So here it is not, here it is. Okay. So closure property does not exist for division of whole numbers. Okay. Commutative property. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x divided by y is not equal to y divided by x. See, 3 divided by 5 will never be equal to 5 divided by 3. Let's take example 15 divided by 3 and 3 divided by 15. So 3 5s are 15. And here, can you do it? 0.2 you will get. So x divided by y, that is this, and y divided by x, that is this, do not get. So each, it is not, so you will not get whole numbers all the time. Okay, that means division of whole numbers is not commutative. So x divided by will never be equal, x divided by y will never be equal to y divided by x. Associative property. If x, y, z are any three whole numbers, then x divided by y divided by z, these two are in bracket, is never equal to x divided by y divided by z. So directly we say that division of whole numbers is not associative. Means we will not get here, whatever we'll get here will not be equal to whatever we get here. Okay, this whatever solution we will get for this will never be equal to solution which we'll get for this statement. Why? Here group is different. Okay. Existence of identity. The identity element for division of whole numbers does not exist. And the identity element for division of whole number. Now, identity element means 0, involvement of 0. Okay. So, you know 15 divided by 0, not possible. I have 15 chocolates and I want to divide it in 0. Can I divide? No. I have 0 things but I want to divide it in 15 students. Can I do it? No. So, identity element for division of whole numbers does not exist. Now, existence of inverse means opposite. The inverse for division of whole numbers does not exist. Okay, if this does not exist, this also will never exist. Again, here important properties. If a is any non-zero whole number, then a divided by a is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 12 divided by 12 is 1. Because see, 5 chocolates are there. I want to distribute in 5 students. So what each will get? Each student will get 1 chocolate. So 12 divided by 12, 1. 28 divided by 28, 1. Then a divided by 1 is a. 5 divided by 1. 5 chocolates are there and I have to distribute in 1 child. How many chocolates one child will get? All the 5, because I have to divide it only 1. So answer is 1. So 16 divided by 1, 16. 28 divided by 1, 28. This thing you have studied in 2nd and 3rd standard also. Any number divided by 1 gives that any number only. 0 divided by a is equal to 0. I have 0 things. I have 0 things and I want to divide it in 8 students. What each student will get? Each student will get 0. Okay, so 0 divided by any number gives 0. Remember this thing. Then a divided by 0 is not defined. Means I have 8 chocolates but I don't have anyone to divide it. So what will happen? Nothing will happen. We say it is not defined. It is not defined. We don't write 0 also, but we say it is not defined. Okay, in maths it is not defined. Exercise 5D you can see. We are not going to do first one and second one. We will be solving third and fourth one in the next video. Okay, so please revise these properties, especially this box is important. Okay, and these 2 questions will be solving in the next video. Thank you so much and take care.